hears a click, he's going to recognise that I'm going to pay him for whatever he did when he heard that click. For example, I'll ask him to touch my hand. So present my hand, touch, and then reward comes out. Okay, so it's that moment in time. It's like you're taking a wee picture of that moment in time when he got a correct answer. Okay, so I'll present my hand down the side of his face again, touch, and as soon as he gets contact on my hand, we click and reward. So the click says that thing you just did pays a reward. Okay, so we make it very easy for him to understand. Now he's pointing over this way, I'll just redirect him into touch. So he's got to make the move. If I don't get an instant response because he's busy looking at my other hand, I'll take my hand away and then represent it a little bit closer, touch, and make it easier to succeed. Good boy. You're keen, aren't you? Touch. Good boy. So it's an instant delivery. If there's a click, you have to pay a reward. If you click for a wrong answer, you've said to them, yeah, do that again for me and I'll pay you again. Yeah. So we have to be very careful about what we click. Oh, you got a big biscuit that time. Try it both hands as well. So if I want to move them from this side to this side, change hands, touch. Oh, so he didn't make contact, I'm going to touch. Good. Just represent again. So I want perfect results, not half measures. So if he misses me by an inch or so, I'm just sorry, not enough. I want him to make contact because in time I want him to scoot from the other end of the room towards my hand when I shout touch, so that we can use it as a distraction, get him to turn around, get him to leave something alone, just basically bring him over to us from what he's already doing. For example, if he's about to investigate some poo on the floor or something like that.
By saying touch.
Yeah. So you're going to basically make the target a little bit harder to achieve by moving away from him. Jock, touch. Yay. So that he's got to orientate towards the target hand. Oh, there's loads of colours on this mat. Here you go. So the farther away I get, touch, the more pace I get. Yes, good boy. So it is like a recall, as in come command. It's like that, but a little bit more specific, and we're giving a very easy thing for him to do. Eye level, he can see it and he can actually gravitate towards it quite naturally, out of curiosity sometimes. But as soon as he knows there's a payout involved, he's going to get pretty much more motivated. You're going to switch the camera around, Jock. Touch. So see how he's getting a little bit quicker to it and he's not overthinking it anymore. Touch. Good. Yay. So if you click, don't panic to get an immediate delivery of reward. You can wait a second or you can take a second to deliver your reward, if that's what it takes, because you won't always have click, that reflex response. So just basically, as long as you click on cue, that's the main thing. Touch. So what he's doing here is ignoring this, all the other bits and pieces and targeting my hand. What it also does is make a nice positive association with hands. So when they start teething like crazy, hands have got a nice passive association. So these are basically things that provide food and for giving and for gentle contact, not for chewing, not for ragging around and not for playing with. These are indicators of where I'd like him to go and basically using them as instructional tools, sort of thing. So that's a better way to go about it, especially if you do have lots of children handling them. You will start to think that hands are for investigating gently with nose, not up with the teeth. So if you want a safe bet and you do want them to assume that approaching strangers bringing their hands in is not a threat and he doesn't need to back off and go, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? I want them to think that, oh, you must have something nice in your hand. Sniff rather than chomp, sort of thing. So if you're a little dog, people are always going to come over your head with their hand, as opposed to a big dog, people come in from the side. So they're always going to have the height advantage and likely come over his head. Oops, there you go. It's a nice wee touch rather than basically, what are you doing? And he's not recoiling back and going, oh, this is panicky. This is something that's going to make me scared. Touch. Good boy. There you go. So he's already getting the gist of it. Good boy. So once we've discovered what hands do, I start using them as pointers and stuff like that. But it's just to get the ball rolling. Touch. Good boy. He's a super wee dog.